This is a video that I'm creating based off of Christy Marcotte's YouTube channel, where she creates at least 30 cards normally out of a 6x6 paper pad. So what I want to share with you today is the cards that I've recently made from this. This is a Recollections paper pad. It's not new. And the reason I picked it out of my stash was, first of all, because it had some gold, and I liked the gold accents. The other reason is because all of the papers were two-sided. So all of these papers down here, this is the front cover actually, because you can see I've used it all, except for, one piece of paper. That's the only one that's in there. But you can see both sides have a print on them, and that's what you want to use when you are looking at making all of these cards. What's in this little pack are the pieces that I had left. So this is all of the scraps that I had left from making this. I will say that I added two 12 by 12 sheets of gold paper, and I got that in the scrapbooking store. I'm not sure where. Joann's, could have come from Michael's. I normally get those when they're on sale. And in addition to that, I used solid color cardstock from my Stampin' Up! Stash. And I didn't count the sheets. I would guesstimate at least 10 to 12 sheets of 8.5 by 11 paper, and I used 3 different colors. So I'm going to show you really quick what I got out of this. When I make these, I use sketches, and even though I'm going to show you 4 cards here, and I'm going to try to stay in frame, all of these cards look a little different, but these are all off of the same sketch. So when my girlfriend and I did this, we used the same sentiment, so that the process went a little bit faster. We were cutting the same cards. She was cutting her papers, I was cutting my papers, but then when it came time to stamp the sentiments, we pretty much used the same ones because we wanted a variety of cards. So that was one sketch. Here's another one, and you'll see that the cards, they all look a little different. I mean, this is using the same sketch, but look how different they look. And of course, we've dressed them up with some enamel dots and some sequins, which we usually do after we're all done. This was the very first one we made, and we got 6 cards out of this sketch. So it's your day. Could be anything. It could be a thank you note, happy birthday, whatever, just for you. It's your day. So you can see we've got multiple messages that are the same, but keep in mind they're not going to the same people, and you're trying to build your stash of cards. And then here's a set where we actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards out of this sketch. So again, you're going to see this one, of course, is a birthday card, another birthday card, but you can see how we've layered using the plain paper and the pattern paper. And layering is what makes these cards. And you can see that that little pop of gold behind some of these really sets these particular cards off. I also used some white paper for layering here. And I'm not going to say that you can't make these cards without layering, but when you layer, it makes all the difference in the world. Here's another one, Get Well cards. These are all 3 Get Well cards, all using the same sketch. Okay. And this one, Sending Warm and Cozy Wishes, could be anything. Thinking of You is more of a sympathy or some type of a sentiment that you want to send to somebody who's having a hard time. Now, at the end of these paper pads, I use scraps, And I have this die that cuts this into all kinds of little quilt pieces, and since I can't sew, this is the way I quilt. So I like these. This one obviously uses more scraps. This used more similar colors of paper. So that's one design. This was another one that I ended up using because all I had left were strips of paper. So I simply glued them all together, put them together, backed them a couple of times, and put them on a solid color base. And then here's one with a heart that will end up being a happy birthday. And again, this was a die cut using just my scraps of paper. So I hope that gave you a little bit of an insight into how we create when we do a 6x6 paper pad. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.